Yeah, so a week and a half ago, I packed my stuff and I basically YOLO'd it across the country. Why? Well, ooh, that's a that's a story. That was a loud clap.
Perfect. Back to those days. I was running in one place.
Okay, man, it's been a hot minute since I've seen you guys. Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Zane Foy. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you should do that. Link in the description. I'm a fitness model, Instagrammer, online coach, and internet personality, if you will. I'm gonna give you, for those of you that really just don't know a whole lot, I'm gonna give you guys a really quick recap of how life kind of played out and why exactly I just kind of sent it across the country. Because this was not planned. I had no game plan. I didn't really have a lot of money. I was just like, fuck it. Let's see what happens. So fast forward back a little bit. I used to be a YouTuber. I had a channel called Zane. I was basically just like an idiot, did really ridiculous stuff. Personally, I didn't like it. It was really obnoxious. Did some music here and there and some rapping. That was more like the better part of it. Did a lot of great things. Had a lot of awesome video. It had a couple viral videos. It was really cool. And then it kind of like died. Like, it was terrible. It's bad. It was just crumbling, absolute epic failure. So that kind of sucks. Fast forward a little bit from there, I basically decided to restart my life. I found myself in a really bad place. It was super dark. Mentally, was dealing with a lot of different things in my life, whether that was, mental health, family, friends. It was definitely a tough time. It was really tough time for me. I ended up getting a sponsorship job where I was making videos for the sponsorship company. Not going to say their name. They're super great people. Awesome. Absolutely love them to death. But I didn't want to make videos anymore. So I decided to edit for them. And that was really cool. I started editing for them. It was something I was super passionate about. It's super cool. But I never left my room. I had so much going on in my life. I had no idea how to balance any of it. Like, it was terrible, right? So I worked for these people for about a month, and that's when it really hit me. Like, everything hit me at once. I went through really bad, I went through a really sad breakup. One of my friends had passed away. I was dealing with a lot of problems with my family that were internally beating down on me. And here I am editing these videos for these people, and I hadn't left my room in a month. In a month. Just let that sink in. Imagine being stuck in your room for a month. I didn't even fucking know what month it was. I didn't know what day it was. I hardly ever knew what time it was. My sleep schedule was completely fucked. Waking up at 7 p.m., going to bed at 10 in the morning. It was terrible. And I would just get up, jump on my computer, start editing, go to bed. That was my routine for 30 fucking days. Little bit more than that. But I had no idea how to balance out my life. I was going through so much. It was a really dark place for me. And so I took this, I remember I was laying in my bed, literally fucking crying. And I was just like, man, this is it. This is it. I let my dream completely fail. I lost a girl I loved. My friends are all, we're all dealing with the terrible loss. I don't know what's going on with my family. I don't know where I fit in my family. It was sad, and I remember it was just this rock bottom feeling. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, fuck, I got two options here. We could either accept everything that we've done, get over it, and just go, just start moving, like do something, like get the fuck up, Zane. Like that was the whole thought going through my head. Dude, you gotta man the fuck up, stand on your feet, figure it the fuck out, or I can just give up. And that was like such a breaking point in my life, and I got the fuck up. And the first step for me was I need to get the fuck out of the house. Like I need to get the fuck out of the house. So I quit my editing job. Literally was just like, I'm sorry guys, I love you so much, but I gotta go. I gotta do something for myself. And I got a job at Target. I got a job at Target and I started working out, which was weird. I don't even know where that began. I remember looking in the mirror and I was like, we need to focus on you. Like, I'm talking to myself, looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, dude, focus on you. We need to fix whatever the fuck you've got going on here. And so I was like, what can I do? What do I know I can do? I know I can hit the gym, and I know, like, I can change my body. I can change my life. Like, that was the first tangible thing. Because I had so much doubt. I had a lot of disbelief. Just because going through such heavy failures, I felt like my mind was pathetic right now. Like, I can't create. I can't think. I can't do anything. And throughout a time, I was making music. And, you know, a lot of my OG fans out there that are still with me here today, you guys know all about it. You guys know the music. You love the music. I love the music. But the music wasn't helping me. The music was a good way for me to outlet my feelings, but they never allowed me to change my feelings. And so I started working out, and all of a sudden, like, everything went black, and, like, my life completely flip-flopped in less than a couple months. I started reading these books about success and relationships and psychology, and I started going to the gym and eating better and socializing and getting out and doing things, and it was great. It was absolutely amazing. And I was like, dude, like, we're getting so, like, my life is actually changing. And, you know, fast forward, like, 5 months later, you know, I started to document these things on Instagram, and I had accomplished one of the best 5 to 6 month transformations, like, in the fucking world. Like, I went from this super scrawny 120 pound, like, just super insecure little brat, basically, to like 100 and I think it was 148 pounds, 7% body fat, super confident, super happy, energetic, and, like, really, like, ambitious motherfucker. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. This is cool. Because I was so misguided by all these other things. I was like, I can't think about that. It's in the past. Shit happened. It's time to move on. It's time to start writing the next chapter of my life. And I started working out and working out and working out. And I remember, like, I hated my job at Target. And we were driving down to Denver one day to go work out at this arm brush gym. And I had to work that day. But I'm like, dude, I want to go see Denver. Like, I've been cooped up in this small-ass town my whole life. I want to go fucking see this shit. I want to go get this workout in. Like, and it was just such, like, an internal moment for me. I was like, I'll figure it out. Fuck it. I quit my job, like, right then and there. Called him up and was like, hi, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not going to show up today or tomorrow or the next week or the week after that. And I quit my job at Target. Basically, I was like, well, now what do I do? So I started online coaching. Kind of dabbled with it a little bit. Got a couple clients on. Some of them I still have today, which is fucking awesome. Shout out to you guys. You gotta know who you are. People, like, doing some crazy things. It's so cool. And so that was, like, a little way for me to make some cash until I figured out the next chapter of my life. And I wanted to work at this gym. So I got hired on to work at Vasa Fitness as a fitness counselor. And I did fitness counseling for a few months, continued with the Instagram here and there, did all that. And so here I am, just a fitness counselor working full time, doing Instagram on the side and getting his lifts in. Like, that was basically my life. I started studying NASM, which is National Academy of Sports Medicine, if you guys don't know, to get my personal trainer certification. And I started learning all these cool things, and I just started going. I started driving. I started putting my focus somewhere, and I was finding like this crazy level of success. Not necessarily intangible like physicality, like my bank account wasn't like skyrocketing or anything, but mentally I was becoming a new person. Going from working at Vasa, I kind of just was thinking about it. I found myself in like a little bit of a rut. And I was like, well, fuck, what now? Like, I can't just be a fitness counselor for the rest of my life. Like, that's not what I want to do. So, like, what do I do? Like, where do I go from here? And I remember watching a Gary Vee video. If you guys know who Gary Vaynerchuk is, shout out to you, Gary. Also, shout out to the homies that know the homie. Gary Vaynerchuk's like this entrepreneur. You should just check him out. He's cool. Changed your life for sure. And he's talking to this kid on the phone. And he's telling this kid, like, yo, what are your dreams? You know, if money wasn't an object, what would you do? And this kid's like, I want to go to LA and I want to be like a videographer. I don't know what it was. But Gary's like, well, what's stopping you? And he was like, well, I guess my mom, you know? His mom was always like, you know, go get a job, 9 to 5 job, be an accountant, whatever it was. And the kid's like, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to do that. And Gary tells the kid, he's like, yo, get the fuck out of the house, man. Like, seriously, get the fuck out of the house. And the kid's like, no, yeah, I got you. Gary's like, no, like, get the fuck out of the house. And the kid's like, no, I will, for sure. And Gary's like, no, like, right now, on the phone, grab your suitcase and get the fuck out of the house. And that's when it, like, hits the kid. And that's when it hit me. I was like, I need to get out of the house, you know? Because that was a huge thing with me is, you know, struggling with my parents and my family in a lot of ways. And, you know, each sort of played a different role in, like, who they are as an influence in my life. And, you know, of course, I love my family dearly, okay? Like, let's get that out of the way. I absolutely love my family. But it was a huge thing holding me back because I think my family and, you know, like, I don't give a fuck about anybody's opinion other than my family's. Like, that's how I was raised. I was raised, you know, I was raised in this, like, you know, really loyal family first mentality. And, you know, family first sometimes isn't always the best, especially when you're dealing with things that primarily focus about you and your life. Because at the end of the day, it is your heartbeat. You gotta go be what you want to be, despite your family sometimes. You know, you got to do what's best for you. And if your family truly loves you, they're going to support you the whole way. And, you know, I always felt like I was holding myself back. I always felt this tension. I was afraid to sort of put myself out there. I was afraid to do certain things and post certain things and be a certain way and do this and do that because of the way I thought my family would think of me. And I remember one night I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'm leaving. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna leave, but in 2 weeks, I'm going. Like, I don't care. I'm leaving. And right then and there, just like my mind snapped. It was like, all right, boy, it's time to figure this the fuck out. How are we gonna pull this off? So I went to my job, put in my 2 weeks, started selling everything I knew I wouldn't need. I sold my car, sold my recording equipment, sold a bunch of shit, made like a little bit of cash, had a couple paychecks from Vasa, so I had decent money saved up, and I'm like, well, what the fuck am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go? And I was like, I want to go to North Carolina. And there's two very, very specific reasons for that. One's gonna sound stupid. The other ones, to some, might sound stupid. To some, you're like, oh my god, that's so sweet. But the reason number one was I have family out here in North Carolina. Family I don't really see, my aunt, uncle, my grandma, my older sister. So I knew that if anything went completely like, shit hit the fan, I'd be all right. But I didn't want to stay with family. That was that was huge for me. I wanted to go approach the world on my own. I wanted to completely cut any leashes. And completely throw myself out there. And so I'm gonna keep this story brief because I like to keep my personal life pretty personal. Um, at least some parts of my personal life as I'm telling you this story. Um, so about a year ago, I met this girl on Instagram, and she just blew me away. Like instantly, it was like, bam! Like it was just, I was amazing. But she lived out in North Carolina. And so that was like, long distance, fuck. And so that did not work out at all. Long distance was a bitch. But like I knew I still loved this girl. Even though we had broken up, we still loved each other very, very much. We kept in touch. We talked, here and there, maybe once a month. She'd give me a call, or I'd give her a call just to check up and see how we're doing. I'm a strong believer in that relationships don't have to be negative. It's two people just trying to find a companion in life. That doesn't mean you guys have to be enemies. So we knew it wasn't the best for us, so we split up. But like we kept in touch, and we were like best friends. And I basically like called her, and I was like, "Yo, so how would you feel if I like went out and saw you?" She's like, "Oh, that'd be fucking awesome." Like, yeah, cool. And and then I kind of told her my game plan, and I was like, "So, how would you feel if I just like moved in?" I know all of you are like, "Nah, you did not just fucking do that." Yeah, I totally did. And because there's a part of me that like it doesn't matter what you're doing at the time or where your life is, you want to see that person. It's like you if the one thing that really just stopped you two from being together was distance, then what happens when distance is like no longer a problem? You know what I mean? Like I was like I want to see this girl. And so I was like, I'm gonna send my life out into the world to a place that's beautiful. North Carolina is absolutely stunning, and I want to do it with someone that I like love. And she was completely on board. She was like, fucking get your ass over here. I was like, hey, I got you. um, and so I did. I packed all my shit, went out, and decided, fuck it, this is what I'm gonna do. And I knew, I was like, yo, what do I do when I get out there? Like I need an income. What am I gonna do? And so I like stepped into like instant like hustle mode, and I called up the one person I know that knows how to make money online, and that was my boy Bridger Rogers. If you don't know Bridger, you should follow him on Instagram. Great dude. And because he had been telling me about this, dude, you can do online coaching. You should be an online coach. Be an online coach. Be an online coach. And I called him up. I was like, hey, dude, so I'm about to YOLO it across the country, and I kind of need an income. And that's when he was like, say less, I got you. Dude taught me a bunch of awesome things as far as the business works, how to set things up, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, I'm now an online fitness coach on Instagram, and it's actually going a lot better than I thought it would. I thought it'd be a little rough because it's like my first set of clients I've ever done before, so I'm still getting used to how the whole flow is gonna work and stuff like that. And I guess it's just kind of it's good for me. It's just been working out. Like the biggest thing with me is like, what can I really offer? These people, how can I really change these people's lives? And it's so nerve-wracking because these people are paying you, and you're like, oh fuck, like I gotta really I gotta make this like worth their money. That's constantly going through your head. But then a couple weeks go by, and all of my clients are like, yo, awesome shit's happening, yo, crushing PRs, yo, shoulders getting bigger, yo, abs are showing up, like all of these like success stories and all of this stuff. And that's when it like hit me. I was like, yo, I fucking got this, dude. Like I'm a fucking sick online coach. Like I fucking got this. So I started doing online coaching, and somewhere along the lines I ended up signing with a modeling agency. Mother Agency. It's like an agency that basically helps you get deals, jobs, and other signings and stuff like that. And so I started really pushing Instagram, and it was a little bit of like a what content do I really want to put out? Because I have like bodybuilding content, and then I have fitness modeling content, and I think I'm really in love with the fitness modeling aspect of it. I've always been like an artist. I've always loved to create. I've always loved to sort of vibe out on an artistic value. And so that was my new life. Like, dude, you're going to be an online fitness coach. You're going to be an Instagram fitness model. And you're going to move across the country and figure this the fuck out. And I had all these crazy ideas and all these awesome things, and next thing you know, I'm at the airport, I'm getting on a plane, and I'm freaking the fuck out. Like, I am freaking the fuck out. Like, the thoughts going through my head is, oh my god, what if she doesn't show up? Like, what if she's not at the airport? What if this plane fucking crashes? What if, like, they lose all my equipment and shit like that, or I get there and my laptop's broken or something? Like, so many thoughts going through my head, fucking panicking. And I was like, I just gotta get on the plane. So I get on the plane, take off, and then it finally like hits me that like, dude, your past life is behind you. You now have a new life. Okay? You now have a new life. You're Zane Foy. You're an online influencer. You help people achieve their goals and achieve their dreams, whether that be physically or mentally. And you just inspire, bro. Create content that helps people, that inspires, that motivates, that, brings peace and value and some sort of enlightenment to those around you. That is who the fuck you are. And you now live in one of the most beautiful states in the fucking country. And yeah, I know you guys have a ton of questions to ask me, so just leave them down in the comments below. I know you guys you're probably thinking, how the fuck did your parents feel? What about your friends? What about, what kind of things you had going into Colorado? Are you scared being in a new environment? Like, I know you guys have a million questions to ask me. Fuck this channel. What happened? What's this shit gonna turn into? I don't know, man. I don't know. I have so many cool video ideas, by the way. So if you haven't already, subscribe, turn on notifications, whatever it is. If you can somehow relate to me, whether that's with Instagram, photography, modeling, fitness, mentality and mental health, or just some way, shape, or form, I promise I have a video coming out specifically for you. So, that's where I'm gonna go off with this. There's so many like little details in like the past year of my life that like I probably missed a lot. I mean, from the day I felt like shit to the day I transformed my body to the day I started learning about the mind and psychology to here I am now. Like, it hasn't even been a year yet. Like, I think it was like back in November, so I still have a few months to figure out what the fuck this year is really gonna be for me. And it just might be one of the most out there, wildest life transformations ever. Like, I don't even know. But oh, and I crashed my fucking drone. Yeah, I got here, I went on a really cool mountain and crashed my drone. That kind of sucks. But I'm gonna get another one, so it's alright. Got some dope stuff coming out for you guys. It's nice to be back. I hope you guys like this setup. Little aesthetics we created here. We're gonna get some like LED lights, put them there. I don't know. Make it look all fancy and cool. And then I hope that this next year of my life can hopefully change yours. So, My name is Zane Foy, and I will see y'all in the next one.